Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me on this journey towards self-discovery and empowerment. Today, let's explore the profound truth behind the statement, "As you think, so shall you be." These simple words carry within them the power to shape our reality, to define our destiny. Let's dive into 6 key insights on how our thoughts are the architects of our lives. Everything in our lives begins with a thought. Every action, every choice, every direction we take starts in the mind. The way we perceive the world is shaped by our internal dialogue and the thoughts we carry daily. Just like a builder creates a structure based on a blueprint, our lives take shape based on the mental framework we design with our thoughts. We may not always realize it, but each thought we hold influences the world around us and the experiences we attract into our lives. This is the transformative power of thought. It's the invisible force that molds our reality from the inside out. Imagine each thought as a seed you plant in the fertile ground of your mind. If you plant seeds of positivity, gratitude, and courage, you'll grow a life filled with these qualities. But if you plant seeds of fear, resentment, or self-doubt, then these qualities will grow instead, overtaking the landscape of your mind. The results are not accidental. Our lives are an accurate reflection of the seeds we plant in our minds and nurture every day. We can see this process in action through the opportunities that seem to appear, the relationships that come into our lives, and even the challenges we encounter. Each of these is a product of our thoughts, which serve as a blueprint for how we interact with the world. Consider how differently people perceive a challenge. One person may view a setback as a defeat, reinforcing a thought pattern of failure and limitation. Another person may view the same setback as a lesson or even an opportunity for growth, thereby reinforcing thoughts of resilience and strength. Over time, these perspectives lead each person down a distinctly different path, all due to a difference in how they think about the world and themselves. This is why becoming aware of our thoughts is the first step to taking control over the outcomes we desire. Many of us let our minds run on autopilot, rarely questioning whether our thoughts are constructive or limiting. But to create a reality that reflects our highest potential, we must make a conscious choice to direct our thinking toward our goals, dreams, and aspirations. This requires intention. When we actively choose thoughts that align with what we wish to manifest, whether it's happiness, love, success, or peace, we are laying down a blueprint that helps attract these elements into our lives. It's as though our thoughts set an energetic frequency that resonates with the experiences we attract. If we truly want to change our lives, we must begin by reshaping our thoughts. It's not enough to wish for change. We need to think the kind of thoughts that will support that change. This means replacing thoughts of "I can't" with "I am capable," and letting go of thoughts that reinforce old limitations. By choosing thoughts that reflect our deepest desires and highest ideals, we start building a blueprint that brings these qualities into our lives. Every day offers a fresh opportunity to reframe our thoughts and refine our blueprint. When we accept that our thoughts are the blueprint of our reality, we also recognize that we hold the power to reshape our world. This understanding empowers us to take full responsibility for our lives and to build the reality we truly desire. What we focus on in our minds has an undeniable influence on who we become. Every thought we hold, especially those we repeat consistently, imprints itself on our consciousness, shaping our beliefs, attitudes, and actions. The power of thought is such that, over time, what we think about most becomes our reality. This is because thoughts are not passive. They carry energy that affects our choices, influences our behavior, and attracts corresponding experiences into our lives. Imagine that your mind is like a garden, and each thought is a seed. If you constantly focus on thoughts of abundance, gratitude, and possibility, you'll plant seeds that grow into confidence, resilience, and positivity. But if you dwell on thoughts of lack, fear, and limitation, then the weeds of doubt, anxiety, and frustration begin to take over. Whether you're aware of it or not, the dominant thoughts you entertain each day shape the way you approach life, the people you attract, and the situations you encounter. This principle holds true regardless of what we're thinking about, positive or negative, hopeful or doubtful, empowering or disempowering. What we focus on most often determines who we are and the reality we experience. This concept can be seen in the stories of individuals who have overcome adversity to achieve remarkable things. For example, people who grew up in difficult circumstances yet consistently thought about success, self-worth, and possibility often managed to transcend their surroundings. Their minds focused on a vision of a better life, and through persistent belief and action, they shaped a reality that matched those thoughts. On the other hand, individuals who repeatedly think about past failures or believe they're unworthy of love and happiness often find these beliefs echoed in their lives. When our thoughts fixate on limitations, we create a self-fulfilling prophecy that reinforces these limitations in our experiences. The process of becoming what we think about most also involves repetition and reinforcement. The more we think a certain thought, the more it becomes part of our subconscious mind. These repeated thoughts evolve into deeply held beliefs, and our beliefs govern our behavior. If someone repeatedly thinks, "I'm capable of achieving my dreams," this thought gradually becomes a core belief that influences their actions. It pushes them to take risks, seek opportunities, and remain resilient in the face of setbacks. Conversely, if a person habitually thinks, "I'm not good enough," this belief can become a mental barrier that limits their actions and sabotages their progress. So how can we harness this principle to become the best version of ourselves? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that fill your mind each day. Are they empowering or limiting? Are they supporting the person you want to become, or are they holding you back? By becoming conscious of our habitual thoughts, we can start to replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones. Choose to focus on thoughts that reflect your true potential, on ideas that lift you up and encourage you to grow. Embrace thoughts of gratitude, self-worth, and possibility. Allow your mind to imagine and believe in the life you want to create. In the end, you are the author of your own story, and each thought is a line in the script. By filling your mind with thoughts of love, confidence, and purpose, you align yourself with the reality you wish to experience. As you think, so you become. This powerful truth offers a simple yet profound way to shape a fulfilling and authentic life, guided by the vision you hold in your mind and the thoughts you choose to dwell upon. Our thoughts have the power to build or destroy, to limit or liberate. Among these, limiting thoughts, the ones that tell us we're not capable, not worthy, or not enough, are among the most damaging. These thoughts creep into our minds subtly, often rooted in past experiences, cultural conditioning, or self-doubt. Over time, they become a mental barrier, confining us within a narrow view of what we can achieve and who we can become. But these limitations are not real. They are only ideas we have accepted as truths. By learning to recognize and release them, we can unlock a path toward growth, success, and a fuller, more authentic life. Imagine you are driving a car but constantly have one foot on the brake. No matter how much you accelerate, the brake prevents you from moving forward with full momentum. Limiting thoughts are like this brake. They hold us back from reaching our true potential. Every time we think, "I'm not smart enough, I don't deserve success," or "I'll never find love," we're pressing that mental brake, reinforcing a belief that restricts our movement forward. Releasing these thoughts of limitation allows us to accelerate toward our goals without the constant friction of self-imposed doubt. One of the first steps in releasing limiting thoughts is to become aware of them. Many times these thoughts operate subconsciously, embedded so deeply that we accept them as reality. Take a moment to reflect on areas in your life where you feel stuck or unfulfilled. Is there a pattern of thoughts holding you back? Are there things you tell yourself about why you can't pursue a dream, start a project, or take a risk? Identifying these limiting thoughts can be eye-opening, as it reveals just how much of our lives is governed by beliefs we rarely question. Once you recognize these limitations, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought absolutely true? What evidence do I have that it's real? Often we find that limiting beliefs are just assumptions or interpretations of past experiences, not unchangeable facts. By questioning their validity, we weaken their hold over us. Additionally, consider the alternative perspective. What if I am capable? What if I am worthy of success? Entertaining these empowering possibilities opens the door to new ways of thinking and being. Replacing limiting thoughts with affirmations of possibility is a powerful strategy. If you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," consciously replace that thought with, "I am enough as I am, and I'm constantly growing." Over time, this shift in thinking helps rewire your mind, building new mental pathways that support self-belief instead of self-doubt. Just as limiting thoughts can shape our reality, so can empowering ones. When we repeatedly affirm our worth and capabilities, we create an internal environment that fosters resilience, confidence, and optimism. To reinforce this change, surround yourself with influences that uplift rather than limit. Read books, listen to podcasts, or spend time with people who inspire you to grow beyond your current boundaries. When you fill your mind with messages of possibility, it becomes easier to release limiting beliefs and replace them with thoughts that align with your potential. Releasing thoughts of limitation is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. Limiting beliefs may surface from time to time, especially when we face challenges. But each time you notice them, remind yourself that they are not real, they are simply remnants of old conditioning. You have the power to choose thoughts that lift you up, to create beliefs that support your journey. As you let go of limitation, you make space for freedom, growth, and self-discovery, stepping into the fullness of who you truly are and what you are capable of achieving. The path to releasing limitations is the path to personal liberation, where you are no longer confined by outdated beliefs but are free to explore your highest possibilities. The present moment is all we truly have, yet many of us spend our days caught in thoughts of the past or the future. We replay old memories, dwell on past mistakes, and often worry about what might happen tomorrow. Meanwhile, life is unfolding around us right here and now, but we miss it because our minds are elsewhere. Embracing the power of the present moment is about reclaiming our attention and experiencing the fullness of life that's accessible only when we are truly present. When we focus on the present, we connect deeply with the here and now. This moment, unlike the past or the future, is within our control. In this present space, we have the power to choose our responses, set our intentions, and engage fully with our surroundings. Living in the present helps us let go of the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future. Instead of being pulled in different directions by memories and worries, we can anchor ourselves in the reality of what is happening right now. This mindset brings a sense of peace and freedom that is hard to find when we are entangled in thoughts outside of the present. When we embrace the present moment, we also gain clarity about our lives. It becomes easier to see the beauty in small, simple things like the warmth of the sun, the taste of our morning coffee, or a conversation with a loved one. When we are fully present, we appreciate life more profoundly and can savor each experience without distraction. Life feels richer and more vibrant when we're immersed in it. The present moment becomes a source of joy, strength, and resilience, allowing us to move through our days with greater ease. Being present also improves our relationships. When we give someone our full attention, we listen more deeply and connect more authentically. People sense when we're truly with them, which fosters trust, respect, and empathy. Instead of thinking about what we'll say next or letting our minds wander, being present allows us to truly hear others and respond from a place of compassion. This focus enriches our relationships and makes them more meaningful as others feel seen, heard, and valued. Embracing the present also enhances our ability to respond to challenges. When we focus on the here and now, we avoid the overwhelm that can come from worrying about every possible outcome. Instead, we can handle what's in front of us with a calm and clear mind, taking one step at a time. This approach helps us act with intention and courage rather than out of fear or stress. Problems often seem smaller when we face them in the moment, rather than letting our minds amplify them by projecting into the future. Achieving this presence of mind requires practice, but there are simple ways to cultivate it. Mindful breathing, for instance, helps us reconnect to the present. By simply focusing on each inhale and exhale, we bring our attention back to our bodies in the current moment. Likewise, engaging in activities like meditation, mindful walking, or even mindful eating can help us develop a habit of presence. These practices teach us how to bring our awareness back to the present whenever our minds begin to wander. As we learn to embrace the present, we realize that each moment is a gift. Instead of living on autopilot, we become active participants in our lives. By being present, we can let go of regrets and anxieties, choosing to create moments of joy, gratitude, and connection. Each day becomes an opportunity to engage with life directly, to see and feel all that is available to us. In the end, embracing the power of the present moment leads us to a life that is more fulfilling, intentional, and authentic. Connecting to your highest self is about aligning with the deepest, most authentic part of who you are, a part that transcends the daily noise, the worries, and the distractions of life. It's the place of pure wisdom, love, and inner knowing. The highest self is not defined by your past mistakes, your current circumstances, or the roles you play in the world. It's the essence of your being, your true nature, untouched by external influences or limiting beliefs. When you connect to this higher version of yourself, you access a deep well of strength, clarity, and purpose. We often get lost in the hustle of life, swept away by responsibilities, societal expectations, and the pressure to meet external standards. But in the midst of this, there's always a quiet voice within us, a voice of intuition, truth, and guidance. This voice represents our highest self, the part of us that sees beyond the temporary challenges we face and recognizes the potential for growth and fulfillment that lies within. The more we connect with this voice, the more we can live from a place of power and peace rather than fear or uncertainty. To connect with your highest self, the first step is to cultivate stillness. In a world that never stops, finding time for quiet reflection is essential. Meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting in silence allows you to turn off the noise of the mind and tune into your inner wisdom. In this stillness, you begin to hear the whispers of your highest self, those intuitive nudges that guide you toward the right decisions and help you see the truth of who you are. When you take time to slow down and listen, you create the space for your true self to emerge. Another important practice is mindfulness, which involves being fully present and aware in the moment. The highest self operates in the present, not in the past or the future. It understands that each moment is an opportunity to experience life in its fullness. When you live mindfully, you are less likely to be caught up in regret or anxiety. Instead, you embrace each moment with an open heart, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. By connecting to the present, you naturally connect to the deeper part of yourself, free from judgment and fear. To further connect with your highest self, begin to release the beliefs and stories that limit your sense of self-worth. Often we hold on to negative narratives from our past stories that tell us we are not good enough, not capable, or not deserving of love and success. These beliefs block us from experiencing the fullness of our potential. When we let go of these limiting thoughts and replace them with affirmations of love, worthiness, and possibility, we begin to align with our highest self. Trusting in our inherent value allows us to access the confidence and strength that lie within us, untainted by doubt or insecurity. Living in alignment with your highest self also requires that you act from a place of love and authenticity. When you connect to your true essence, you naturally make choices that reflect your deepest values and desires. You stop trying to please others or live according to external expectations, and instead you begin to honor your own truth. This authentic way of living brings peace, as it frees you from the inner conflict that arises when you are not being true to yourself. You begin to recognize that your highest self always knows what is best for you, and that by trusting in its guidance, you are always on the right path. Ultimately, connecting to your highest self is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and growth. It is about remembering who you truly are beneath all the layers of conditioning, doubt, and fear. As you connect more deeply with this inner wisdom, you step into a life of purpose, clarity, and peace. The more you listen to the guidance of your highest self, the more you can navigate life with confidence, knowing that you are always being led toward your highest good. Living with intention and purpose means moving through life with a clear sense of direction and a deep understanding of what truly matters to you. It's about making conscious choices, aligning your actions with your values, and being fully present in each moment. Too often, people go through life on autopilot, reacting to circumstances rather than actively shaping their experiences. By living with intention and purpose, you take control of your life, ensuring that every decision, action, and moment is a reflection of the person you aspire to be. To live with intention, you must first get clear on your values and goals. What do you truly care about? What brings you fulfillment, joy, and a sense of meaning? These are the questions that will guide your journey. When you are connected to your core values, you have a compass that helps you navigate the complexities of life. Whether it's family, career, personal growth, or service to others, knowing what's important to you helps you make decisions that align with your deeper desires. It also gives you the strength to say no to things that don't serve your purpose, freeing up your time and energy for what truly matters. Once you have a clear understanding of your values, living with intention becomes a daily practice. It's about being mindful of how you spend your time and energy. Every day offers a fresh opportunity to live in alignment with your goals and values. If your goal is to become healthier, for example, living with intention might mean choosing to eat nourishing foods, exercise regularly, and prioritize rest, even when it's easier to skip those activities. Similarly, if your goal is to nurture relationships, living with intention could mean carving out time to connect with loved ones, putting away distractions, and being fully present in your interactions. Living with intention also requires mindfulness in your thoughts and actions. How often do we allow negative thoughts or distractions to pull us away from what's important? To live intentionally, you must become aware of the thoughts that dominate your mind and the habits that guide your behavior. Are you spending your mental energy on worries about the past or future, or are you focused on the present moment and the actions you can take today? It's easy to get caught in the cycle of stress, but when you practice mindfulness, you can shift your focus back to the present and choose actions that move you closer to your purpose. Living with purpose goes hand in hand with living with intention. Purpose is the driving force behind your actions and decisions, the reason you get out of bed in the morning. It provides a sense of fulfillment, helping you move through challenges with resilience and determination. When you have a clear sense of purpose, even difficult moments are framed as opportunities for growth and learning. Purpose gives you a long-term vision, while intention shapes the steps you take every day to make that vision a reality. To connect with your purpose, take time for reflection. Ask yourself, what impact do I want to have on the world? How do I want to feel at the end of my life? Purpose is often connected to something greater than ourselves, whether it's contributing to a cause, making a difference in others' lives, or pursuing personal growth. When you find your purpose, your life becomes infused with meaning and direction. Living with intention and purpose is also about embracing the present moment. We often get caught up in worrying about the future or ruminating on the past, which can cause us to miss the richness of the present. The more you live intentionally, the more you learn to savor the moments and find meaning in the everyday experiences. It's in these moments that your purpose becomes clearer and your intentions find their true expression. Ultimately, living with intention and purpose is about taking ownership of your life and choosing to live with clarity, focus, and authenticity. When you align your actions with your values and your long-term goals, you create a life that is not only fulfilling but also deeply meaningful. Each day becomes an opportunity to live according to your highest aspirations, bringing you closer to the person you are meant to become.